Hello, welcome to another Irish whiskey review with me, Marty Macaulay. I hope everything is well. Hope you're all well, feeling fresh and free, whatever way you are expressing yourself today. If you're not feeling great, everybody's an off day. Just go over it. Smile. I'll be all right. Everything will come good. Always does. Um, so yeah, we are reviewing an Irish whiskey today, which well, I was told there was a bottle here and I tried it, and then I went and bought a bottle to try it again, and I'll explain why in a little minute, and then bought another bottle to try it again. All will be revealed. Now, this is the Whistler from the Boann Distillery down in the Boyne Valley in Ireland. And for anyone who doesn't know, Boann, if I think there's maybe some of these still available. Now, bear with me, I'm just bringing up my notes here. Boann are doing the collaboration with Finone about the old mash bills, and genuinely one of the really exciting things in the world of whiskey. If you haven't got one, I think there's some of them still available. Why they haven't sold out is beyond me. In terms of just taste, their journey through a whole part of Irish history, and also in the future they'll be massively collectible. Word of warning, folks, they'll be hugely in demand when they start to bring out the mash bills as whiskies in probably 6 years' time. Now, this is. Let me get the gleeks on. Now, Boyne Brewhouse. Imperial Stout cask finish. The Whistler. Sit and whistle for a while. Job done. Triple distilled, a velvet melody of Irish whiskies finished in Imperial Stout barrels, imparting rich flavours of roast coffee, cacao nibs, and a gentle hint of dried dark fruits. 43%, natural colour, non-chill fillered. On the back, information. We hand select a number of sherry casks and fill them with our Boyne Brewhouse Imperial Stout, imparting our stout's wonderful rich flavours into the wood. We then refill the seasoned casks with our blend of Irish malt and grain whiskies, which bestow a deeper notes of roasted coffee and cacao nibs, finished in craft beer barrels. Now, this is all a bit strange at times, because you have these different casks being moved about between breweries and then distilleries, or vice versa, and it's filled with this, filled with that. You've got Imperial Stout casks, there were sherry casks housed in Imperial Stout, then brought over, whiskey put in them, then put out. Yeah, it's a bit like, that does that then. Right, what we do? Send it over there. Okay, right. So, yeah, it's a bit all over the place, totally, if I'm totally honest. The idea is obviously give it more complexity, more flavour. Does it work? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Now, I was told about how good this whiskey was, and this was fantastically good. So when we got over here, picked up a bottle. This is the said bottle. And pour a little drop out, give it a little bit of an air. Now, so a couple of people I know raved about this, and I got a bottle. Give it a wee swishy round, coat the glass. On the nose, it smells burnt. it smells off. There are reminiscence of coffee, reminiscence of a stout that has long since departed, and it's ended up this smells off. It does not have the what tasting notes are tasting notes. They're just different for everybody. Everybody tastes and notices things differently. Otherwise, why would there be one review and that's it? It would all be done. This is far off what they're saying about notes of coffee and cacao nibs. This noses, as if it's gone off. There's a word we have back home. It's called fusted, and it's like when something's got mold on it, like bread, or you open up say a cask of whiskey that's been disgorged and it's left sitting out, and the elements of it in it, and you know, it's full of dust and mites and that kind of thing. It's just off, and that just smells off. It doesn't smell like a whiskey that's going to be pleasant to enjoy and pleasant to taste. That sometimes isn't really the case. I've tasted old whiskies from back in the day. Johnny Walker, for example, back in the day was a lot more tarry, a lot more peated, a lot heavier peated, and today's palate it wouldn't really suit. So it's lightened that sort of progression and sort of flavour drift that's lightened it and sweetened it a little bit and cut down on the peat for various reasons. By design and sometimes by just because the product aren't there and it changes over a period of time. This doesn't nose well. Now, to taste it, it doesn't taste great either. It's not good, and that's the truth. I was told this was really, really, really exceptionally good by someone whose opinion I actually quite respect. I when they tell me something's good, I normally think, yeah, I might not like it, be as enthusiastic as they are, but I respect the fact that they know what they like, and they told me this was great. And I opened this bottle, poured a drink, and they went, "That's not how that tasted before." Now, I said, well, no, there must be something, you know. Is there something amiss here? About, you know, was there something wrong with the seal, or was there something wrong? Now, this was the bottle I bought first, okay? I'll just clarify that. I have to make that abundantly clear. This was bottle number one. Matte black bottle. Lots of information on the label, all that kind of stuff. So was the matte black bottle? Maybe there was something wrong with the lid. You know, no. Everything seems intact. That's just not good. So what do we do? Well, anyone who knows me knows I always like to support my own. Okay? Handy hint. If you're from my neck of the woods, if you're from Ireland, if you're certainly from up Northern Ireland, up in me, chances are you'll get a slightly better mark than anywhere else, because I always like to support my own. So, with that spirit in mind, I went and bought another bottle, because I thought to myself, that can't be right. There must be, maybe there's something wrong, because if it was good, maybe that bottle's not right. This bottle takes a back seat. So I got the bottle home. And that happened. So the cork fell apart. So we'll get another glass. And we'll pour this in here. Give it a little bit of a swish around. Just noticed that. Noticed a little warm, aren't there? My washing up isn't up to scratch. I'll give it a little swish around. Okay, now obviously the colours are the same. Now, it's exactly the same. I'm sorry. It's just off. It's just not good. Have to nose it. It's dusty. There's a sort of burnt note to it. There's traces of coffee, sort of acrid coffee. I suppose there is a touch of chocolate there. Okay, there's a little bit of chocolate powder there, but there's a beery taste to it, obviously coming from the stout. But stout cask finishes normally have quite a creamy note to them. That's kind of what comes into them. It's not coming through in that. Prunes, I suppose, coming through on it a little bit. This ain't for me at all. It really isn't, and it just, to be honest, it just tastes off. Now, the person that said to me about how good it was tasted this, and I said, that's not how I tasted before. It was much better. Now, I don't know whether something has happened maybe something in the bottle has happened. I don't know, but it just doesn't taste good. I hope maybe there's don't judge the rest of the line by these bottles, by the way. But for people who can release stuff of really, really good quality, this just doesn't cut the mustard. It's not for me. I would probably struggle to find out who this would appeal to, if I'm honest. It's 43%. Yeah. I'm not even going to mark it, if I'm honest, because it would do them it's a bad reflection of the whole product line, and I don't want to do that. But I think there's something has went wrong with this. Yeah, and I'm really struggling to say anything particularly pleasant about it, and that's the truth. The bottle's nice. It's not for me. I'll not even finish it. I'll put it down the sink, I think. So this would be one that I would avoid. But please don't let that be a reflection on the rest of the Boann range, because they make some fantastic stuff. Just avoid this, and you won't be disappointed. You won't miss anything if you don't get to try this. Okay. Yeah, it's $50 a bottle. So yeah. So lesson learned. Anyway, listen, take care of yourselves, guys, and all the best. I hope everything goes well for you, and I hope you stay safe and well. Join me and Justin on Saturday nights at the Irish Whiskey Review for a bit of crack and a bit of fun. Sláinte.